rocket like rocket fuel.
Not a day in my life, long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life, as long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the destroy. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on the set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Wait, set, round 80, round 80. Regular. 450.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Brissett. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Got it. Check point 39. 61. Match box. Right. Check tight. Shoot. Sponge.
From the red zone now, Brissett. And that is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pack it. Any weapon.
They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Bandit. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 3. Check 3.
Shotgun now for Brady. He gets this to Davante Adams. 16 yards, a first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. To throw is Brady. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Brissett. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
He's coming, double up. 72. Check 24. Alert 3, alert 3. Hey, check it.
Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Alabama. Hey, 66.
Here's Brady. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51. Yeah. Check, cross, 72.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to throw one up for the end zone, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Help him. He's crossing. Alert. Watch the ship. Hey, Rip.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. Over the middle. That's hauled in by Isabella. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, 66. Tackle. Slam. Alert. Check out. Rip.
On 2nd down, it's Snell. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Jim. Quick dance. Come.
Throwing now is Brady. His pass caught at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check it.
Now here's Snell. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll try and run it in with Jones. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On play action, Brissett. He'll buy some time right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Check Mike 39. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some.
Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Out of the gun, Brissett. He gets it left side to Johnson. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Runs in. Ozzy. 72. Check 13. Check and reload.
They'll run it with Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 35-yard line.
Wait, set. Wait, Eddie. Hey, go 66. Check and reload. Back. Hey, Alabama.
Now Brady. The left side throw complete to Adams. 22 yards there, a first down.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Whip. Watch the whip. Wide. Get wide. Regular.
They'll run on first down. Snell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Yeah.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Wait, set. Ready? 51. And let's get this. Go 50. Check. Hey, 66.
From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Second and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, check. Go. Check right 39. What's the run? They're running it.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brissett. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Steps away to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Big ass, big ass, big ass. Check big.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Prater's kick is good. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All even through 1 half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions make their first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 25-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Brissett. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On the double. 39. Check Mike, 39. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On first down, it's Johnson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
They go to Johnson again. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Set, hut. 10, Tusky. 2-6. Right here. Hey, check Mike, 39. Check Mike, 39. Watch the curl, watch the curls. Check 37, check 37.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Get ready.
Throwing again. Brady, that's Isabella open on the right side. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Wait, set. 53. Ozzy. That's the way. Hey. Double up. Undercross. Check it. Shit. Hey, go 66.
From the gun, Brady. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Get ready.
Take over first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett got his man complete over the middle. That's Dixon. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Brissett. Jones has it. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Brady, 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Check it, reload. Check.
Operating from the gun, Brady. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Brady now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
1st down.
Wait, 20! No game on this defense, no game! Hey, alert 3! Hey, check it!
Into the red zone, it's Brady. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch twins! Watch twins! 72!
And the blitz does come. And that will be Incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
And his kick is good. And that will tie the score now at 9 apiece. Well, it's been a field goal extravaganza so far. That's 3 for him now, and it ties our game at 9-9.
I got a feeling the touchdowns are coming, though. Trust me on that one.
That's fielded in the end zone.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
It's going to be a long day.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
36.
He'll get this one to Galladay. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Let's go now. Oh, you got deep? Check nickel.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
48-yard line.
Here we go. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover.
On first and 10, Brissett. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. Throw left side complete. It's Dixon. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Brissett now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Here's Brissett. And his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike. That's good. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
They'll throw again. Brissett flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Motion, I got one. Hey, goal 66. 51. Hey, Echo. Tackles. Right to the end.
To throw again, Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Wait, 20. Alert. There we go. Run. He's telling him run. Alert. Hey.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. He's going to fire one deep over the middle and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Under 10.
Throwing, Brissett. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw, Brissett. To the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. On 2nd and 9. Brissett, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Check Mike.
Here's Brissett. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Baldwin. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On the set. 39. Check Mike, 39. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Again, it's Johnson. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And they will take the lead here at 12-9. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Detroit, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town.